Hello, we're going to have a look at a few key pieces of information to get you started with IT at York St John University. This information is brought to you by the digital training team. We're here to help all staff and students get the most out of software and systems that are used day to day at York St John University. We're based in both York and London, and you might see us teaching in your classrooms, helping you with one-to-one tutorials, both online and in person on both campuses. We answer emails for software training queries, and we have a specialist in assistive technology. There's more about our contact details at the end of this video, including how to get copies of these slides. For everything else that isn't an IT training query, you should contact the Student Hub. You can go to their web page, which is given with the QR code here. You can link to them from Moodle. You can go in person to the Holgate building on the York campus or floor 3 on the London campus, and by telephone for both campuses to 01904 876 500. Most systems at the university require you to log in. For a lot of systems it's a Microsoft 365 based login, where you're going to use your full email address and York St John password. Do note that the name part of your email address may have a number after it if you have a common first name and surname, or may be abbreviated if your name is long. Some of our systems only require the name part of your login without the @yorksj.ac.uk. Whichever login name you need to use, the password will be the same. This will be the password you created when you set up your York St John IT account. If you're having issues with your password, don't rely on a stored password, type it from scratch. And if you're still having issues, contact the Hub. Passwords last for a year, and if you need to change your password, make sure you pick a secure one that isn't used elsewhere. You need at least 8 characters, 1 uppercase, 1 lowercase and 1 numerical character, but longer is better. Consider putting together 3 or 4 words that don't have a direct connection. When you log in from off campus, you probably need to use multi-factor authentication. This is best done using the Microsoft Authenticator app, which you can download from your App Store or Google Play Store. You can set this up so a code is sent to the app. This is the best option because it doesn't matter if you change your SIM card, the app will carry on working. An alternative is to use codes sent by SMS message to the phone. If you can't get multi-factor authentication set up, contact the Student Hub. When you are on campus, the Wi-Fi network is called Eduroam. You need to log in using your full York St John email address and the same password as for other systems. There is a guest Wi-Fi you can use, but you may have to log into sites more often if you choose to use this. Do watch out, if you change your password, you need to change your login to the Wi-Fi as well. Otherwise, your computer or phone getting on the Wi-Fi may cause issues with your account if it's using the old password. Do take care online. Don't ever share your password with anyone, including York St John staff. Watch out for links in emails. If you're not sure about a link, hover over it to see where it goes, and consider going to that same system via your normal route rather than clicking the link in the email. Taking care online also includes protecting your files, and we'll talk more about York St John OneDrive later. And if you're working with a computer such as in the library, don't leave it unattended without locking it. If you're on a Windows machine, use the Windows key with L to lock it, or Command and L on a Mac. All you'll have to do is enter your password to get back to your work when you return. 3 of the IT systems you'll use most at York St John are the YSJ app, Microsoft 365 and Moodle. You can get the YSJ app from the Apple App Store or Google Play, and you can use it in the browser as a website as well by going to YSJ.myday.cloud. You'll use it to register your attendance at sessions. You can also see your email, a brief version of your Moodle courses, and link through to your timetable from it. You're going to need to go to Moodle in a browser at moodle.yorksj.ac.uk for the first time, and then it'll work within the app, giving you a shortcut. You may find for some other things like submitting work or watching videos, you need to click through from the app to open up Moodle in a full browser to get the best out of it. Everyone has a login to Microsoft 365. To get there, you can go direct to www.office.com, and on the Microsoft 365 homepage, you can find your apps on the left. You'll see some familiar apps, and if you need to find more, they'll be listed under all apps. You can also install full versions of the Microsoft programs onto your own device from this screen. You can have up to 5 copies of the software running on different devices, activated by your Yorks and John login. You can also use the Services menu in Moodle to go directly to apps such as your email. And once there, you can switch to other apps using the 9-dot launcher in the top left-hand corner. You can launch apps such as Word, and they'll run inside your internet browser. And any of your work will be stored on your Yorks and John OneDrive. Don't forget to change the document name to enable you to find it easier later. You can work interchangeably between the online apps, such as Word in the browser, and Word running from the Start menu of your computer. In the browser, you can only be logged in to one Microsoft account at a time. So if you need to use Microsoft 365 for a work or a personal account as well, we recommend you use 2 different browsers, such as Edge and Chrome, or combinations like that. OneDrive is where you should store all of your files. It's going to give you access anywhere with lots of different devices. You can sync the files to your own device. You can share your files to work collaboratively and simultaneously. You can get back to previous versions of files, and everything is backed up in the cloud and secured by your Yorks and John login. The multiple versions of files means you can see how your work has developed over time and go back to previous versions if you need to. If you're in OneDrive, your filing system is under My Files on the left, and you can create folders to keep things neat. Files that have been shared with you will be shown in the Shared section, and the Recycle bin is available to get anything back you've accidentally deleted. The last system we'll look at is Moodle. So this is your virtual learning environment where all your course materials will be. You can access this through the YSJ app, but you need to have logged into Moodle first directly using a browser such as Edge, Chrome or Safari. So if you go to moodle.yorksj.ac.uk and click the Staff and Student Login button, it shares a login with Microsoft 365, so you may not need to enter that again, but if you do, it'll be your full email address and regular Yorks and John password. The first time you come here, you may not see all your modules, but they will populate soon afterwards. When you see your modules, you can click into them and see all the details for your course. As well as your academic courses, there'll be a YSJ for You Induction course, which has got lots of useful information about starting at university. And there's an academic integrity course that gives you lots of good information about academic integrity and allows you to go to a checker to check your own work using one of these points here. Other useful features on Moodle are the sidebar, the course overviews to get the right courses that you want to see. If you click the logo at the top left hand corner, you'll go back to the front page. And the Student and the Services menu have lots of useful links to the Yorks and John services. If you've got online sessions to attend, You'll either find the link to them in your Teams app, your York St John Outlook calendar. You may have an email with a link in, or you might find the meeting link in your Moodle calendar, which is at the bottom left-hand corner of Moodle. If you want some more help after this with digital training matters, you can search for digital training on the York St John website. Go on to Moodle, use the student menu and choose digital training. You'll see this PowerPoint listed there as well if you want to look back over it. You can email us at digitaltraining@yorksj.ac.uk. And if you have assistive technology needs, you can email assistivetech@yorksj.ac.uk as well. For help about everything else about being a student at York St John, you can contact the Hub. Get to them on the website, go in person to the Holgate building on the York campus or floor 3 on the London campus, and by telephone from either campus to 01904 876 500. More help is available from Digital Training. Send us an email, book a tutorial session, or see the help pages on our website.